Hey everyone, and welcome to another video from the Blind Poet channel here on YouTube. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's recently subscribed. If you've not done so yet, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you press the bell icon in the corner just so you get all notifications of when I upload new content. So today I'm not actually going to be talking about poetry. I did release a video the other day with a poem about what it's like to be really blind. If you haven't seen that yet, go and have a look. It really tackles a lot of the misconceptions that are out there regarding blindness and that whole "you don't look blind" as I get quite often. But today I want to talk about something special. I've done a video on this before, which was really popular right when I first started the channel a few weeks ago, but I wanted to kind of get a little bit more in depth. And that is talk about one of my passions that I've really developed as I started to lose my sight nearly 6 years ago, which is my love for fragrance. And before I get into it, I want to say a big happy Thanksgiving to all my friends and family in America and in Canada and everywhere else that celebrates Thanksgiving. I'm wearing my Baltimore Ravens shirt in honor of my friend Lanny D, who passed away earlier this year, and my good friend Barry Asman, who looks after all my events and has been such a massive support to me in the last couple of years since we got connected. And obviously, you know, all the things we share together as far as the tours in America and all the events that we do is just really an incredible experience to share with someone. So big happy Thanksgiving to all my American loved ones. And Canadian loved ones, of course. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about fragrance. Since I started to lose my sight, I've really developed a passion for fragrance. Not only does it help me on days like this, where, you know, due to the pandemic, we're very isolated and stuck in a lot, fragrance can help me feel relaxed and comforted and you know, warm and less anxious. But also, you know, when I'm out doing events all over the world, I like to use fragrance as a way of making me feel more confident in places that I might feel anxious due to my low vision. I do a lot of events all over the world, speaking, reading poetry, reading from my book Stand By Me RP, and you know, I can often find myself feeling quite anxious in situations where there's low light and there's lots of people, and I can't see too well, and it's quite difficult to get around. So a good fragrance can make me feel special. It can make me feel confident. It can make me feel like I belong in a place maybe you know, I'm feeling a bit nervous about, and do lots of amazing things for me. And there's one particular house that I've kind of come to love over the last few years, and I've had the greatest pleasure of getting to know the managing director, a wonderful man by the name of Ivan Jacqueline, who is based in New York, originally from France. And a while ago, you know, we got in contact and started speaking, and I really wanted to kind of do a video to pay tribute to the love I have for Parfums de Marly as a house and what their fragrances actually do for me. So I've actually pulled my collection out here. Now, for someone with low vision like myself, I've spoke about it before. First of all, when you use the fragrance and you can't see a lot, or if I'm having a bad day where my eyes are really not no use at all, which I get quite often, how do I kind of pick a fragrance? How do I know which one's which? And all those kind of things, especially with a house where a lot of the bottles are very similar. And I'm going to kind of go through that now and go through my thoughts on each of the fragrances that I have in my collection at the moment from Parfums de Marly. So I'm going to pick the first one out now. This one here, I'm just going to show you the box. For those of you that have no useful vision, it's a kind of blue box with embossed silver, a logo of the Parfums de Marly, which is kind of two horses. It's all around royalty and the French royalty. And the year 1743 on that, Parfums de Marly, and then Percival there. And it's got kind of silver stripes down it. Very pretty box. I always keep them in the box. I want to keep them as new as possible, and the bottles are beautiful as well. So I'm going to show you this. So let me just open this one out. This one here was the first ever Parfums de Marly bottle. Not that I owned, but the fragrance that I got kind of a small sample of and wore. I actually wore it on my America tour at most of my events in October, November 2019. And I wore this at events because this fragrance is just something that makes you feel so special. It really does. It really does stand out in a crowd. You know, people would come up to me when I'm wearing this fragrance. I mean, if you just look at the bottle there, it's absolutely gorgeous blue bottle. It's all kind of ceramic. The top there, the cap of the bottle is very heavy, metallic, very weighty bottle there, and it just kind of clicks into place. And it's very luxurious. It's a beautiful bottle. It feels amazing to the touch. Very smooth and soft and heavy as well, so you know it's quality. It's not, you know, plastic or, you know, glass. It's beautifully made and crafted. The outside of the bottle and the design of the bottle are as beautifully crafted as the magical fragrance that is inside each of these as well. And yeah, Percival is just, let me just smell that. Oh, it just smells, it's a fresh fragrance. But it can be worn any time of the year as well. So most fresh fragrances you would normally wear during the summer, but this one here you can wear any time of the year. It's that kind of nighttime, going somewhere special, want to feel amazing, and it makes you feel elegant and, you know, and special. It really does. And it's just beautiful. It's so hard to describe. There's lots of, you know, fragrance guys out there that will break down the notes, but that's not what I'm about. It's all about the feeling with me. And this just makes me feel like I belong in any room where I might feel kind of anxious and nervous. And that is an amazing thing for a fragrance to be able to do. And that's Percival, okay? And that has just made me confident in a lot of places, especially when I was on the tour last year, where I was very nervous about going to America for the first time and touring the East Coast and being at some of these, you know, really highbrow, swanky parties in New York and Manhattan, you know, and DC and Baltimore and Boston and all these different places that I had the pleasure of going to. And no matter where I was, if I was dressed up, this was my go-to fragrance, and this was the one that really, you know, made me feel special in an environment where I might have felt very anxious. So Percival is always going to have a special place in my heart. I love that fragrance so much. I'm just going to pop that one back in the box and then move on to the next one. So yeah, you know, if you want to check out these fragrances, I'll add a link, and you know, you can get them from Parfums de Marly, which is the best place to get them from, straight from the supplier. Yeah, but we'll probably add a link to that. This is me struggling with my vision, trying to get my eyes focused to put this back. This is where I struggle, but I just need to take my time, and I'll get there in the end. Okay, so that's Percival. I'm going to move on to this next fragrance, which my eyes, I can't actually see this one too well today because of the colour of the box. It's a darker box, this one. It's like a black box with the same kind of pinstripes and the embossed logo on the top. I don't know if you can probably see that better than me, which this one's called, but I'll be able to tell as soon as I smell it. Let me see. Okay, so this one it's a metallic silver, once again, very luxurious bottle. The same embossed logo on the top, the same kind of heavy weighted cap, and this one, oh, yeah, this one is actually, you know, this has grown to be my favourite of all the fragrances I own, to be honest. I absolutely love Pegasus. This is unique. It's special. You can wear this once again any time of the year. It's more, I would say, of an evening fragrance if you're going out somewhere special. Yeah, it's one for, you know, a special occasion, going out at night time, a date night, a dinner, you know, a party. This has got you covered. This is so unique. It's so different. It's a metallic-y almond. So think of a almond mixed with kind of vanilla, and it's just so, it's got a metallic kind of vibe to it, but the almonds and the vanilla and the way this fragrance changes on your skin from the initial opening when you spray it on to when it dries down and a few hours later. And all these fragrances from Parfums de Marly, one of the other reasons I like them is they last on your skin so well. They last like 8 hours of projecting and settle down to a skin scent. And, you know, I can smell these on my skin, you know, the following morning. It's proper, as they say in the fragrance community, beast mode. And this is my favourite. It changed, actually. It used to be another, which I'll talk about shortly, but this one here, Pegasus, is unbelievable. Check this out, and it's a gorgeous bottle as well. And I can really, you know, as soon as, I mean, I didn't know what it was as soon as I took the bottle out, but as soon as I opened that cap and smell, it's undeniable, and it's so, yeah, you can spot it a mile off. And people will always come up to me with this one and say, you know, oh wow, what are you wearing? And rather talk about, you know, what I'm wearing and my fragrance as an opening kind of conversation than talking about my disability, which is amazing to me. So that is Pegasus. There we go. Pop that one away. Okay. Got another 3 to do. And I know what this next one is. I know what this next one is because the box is a different colour to the others. It's not as dark as the others, and there's a reason for that. There it is there. You see there, a light colour box, the same embossed logo, a different texture on this box. Rather than it being a kind of shiny, this one's more kind of matte, a flat colour with the embossed silver logo. And the bottle itself, you should be able to, you don't need to know Parfums de Marly or fragrance to actually kind of guess what kind of fragrance this is by the bottle when you see it. This one here, there you go, let me see. There we go. You can see that, very clear bottle. So the same kind of quality, the same embossed logo on the front, the same heavy silver cap. This one's a clear, very thick glass. Beautiful bottle. It really shines in the sunshine, and that gives you a little clue, because this is a summer fragrance. This one is called Sedley. Sedley, and let me just get a whiff of this. Oh, I wish it was summer. This one is gorgeous. This one is summer holidays, at the beach, at the, you know, on holiday, on vacation, days in the sunshine with my family. This is what it reminds me of. It's an opening of Sicilian, Italian kind of Mediterranean oranges and a burst of orange with some woodiness in there as well. It's absolutely delicious. This, it really kind of zings, and once again it lasts, and it really does project as well. So, you know, when you are wearing just literally a couple of sprays of this, the trails of scent that come off you, and you know, people will literally gravitate towards you when you wear this. It's unbelievable. That is, yeah, it's a difficult one to smell. That it definitely is a summer fragrance. It's a difficult one to smell this time of the year because I miss the sunshine as much as I love Christmas. Got my Christmas tree here, but yeah, Sedley is an amazing summer fragrance. If you haven't smelt this one, get a sample, check it out. This is one that will get you tons of compliments in the summer and just really evokes those kind of memories of holidays, which is one of the most amazing things that fragrance does, is kind of, you know, bring you back to a certain time. And who doesn't want to be brought back to holidays in the summer, of vacations in the summer, as they say in America. Pop that one back in the box, and I'm going to move on. 2 more frags to go. Let me see. Okay. Once again, my vision is not the greatest today, so you have to bear with me a second. I don't have an assistant doing this. Doing it all myself. My guide dog, he's no good with this kind of stuff. Christopher, who is around somewhere. Anyway, okay, moving on. This next one. Now this, I know what this is because we're down to the last 2 now. This one here is the one that I am using the most at the moment. Okay. This fragrance I am wearing pretty much most days, and there is a reason for that. This one is called Herod. I have spoke about this on a video before, so I'm not going to give it as much time on this one. I'll give you kind of a brief overview for those that haven't seen the other video. There it is then, another metallic, but this one a dark metallic bottle with the embossed logo of the horses, the Parfums de Marly logo on the front. Heavy cap as usual. This one here is a fragrance that gives me so much comfort. It's like coming home and wrapping a warm blanket around you. Those days when you just want to be cozy, spray this on a hoodie or a sweater. This will get, if you have a partner or a loved one or anyone that's close to you. This will get them wanting to be closer and snuggle in, as my wife does. This one smells, it's a cherry pipe tobacco. Cherry pipe tobacco, spicy, warm, with a bit of vanilla in there, lots, a bit of cinnamon, I think, in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. This one is comfort, warmth. It makes me feel less anxious when I feel my anxiety through the pandemic and being isolated and not seeing people and being home alone a lot more. This one really soothes me in a way that not many things can do other than my family. I absolutely love this one. Evans, Jacqueline, thank you so much for Herod, because this is something that means a lot to me. I love this, and they need to do a Herod exclusive version, because that would be incredible. But that's Herod. That is a special fragrance to me. Okay, one more to go on the Parfums de Marly. I will be doing more fragrances from other houses. It's not all Parfums de Marly, but they are a big part of my collection because of how much I love the house and the bottles and everything else. Now, this one here was the first full bottle I owned of Parfums de Marly. This one's probably their most popular fragrance. It's called Leighton. If you watch any of the videos on YouTube, I've got a big bottle of this. If you watch any of the videos on YouTube about Parfums de Marly, and generally this is the one that everyone talks about. This is the superstar of the line. And there's also Carlisle, which I haven't got yet, but I hope to get that in the future, because that apparently is a masterpiece and I've still not smelt it. But Leighton is the one that really everyone kind of gravitates to. And it was certainly, my first pick. Beautiful, my favourite kind of blue. That is my favourite colour bottle. That matte kind of texture. Beautiful, luxurious, big metal cap. This one can be worn any time of the year. In the summer, in the fall, in the winter, in the spring, on daytime, and an evening. It is the most versatile of all the fragrances that I have. What does it smell of? I'm going to spray some of this on my hand. Let me just... Oh, God. It's apple and bergamot, slightly woody in there, spicy. It's got a spice to it, but the apple is the first thing that kind of bursts through to me. There's vanilla in there as well. This is all sorts of special. It's absolutely beautiful, so well crafted. It blends all the different scents, just, the ingredients are, all natural, all blend in together so well. It's amazingly crafted. The perfumer on this is an absolute genius, as they are with a lot of these. But this is beast mode. It lasts on my skin, I'd say 10 hours. There's 10 hours on my skin with literally just a couple of sprays, and then it will settle down and it'll still be on my skin the following day, and it settles down to such a gorgeous, smooth, creamy kind of beautiful fragrance. And this one is probably my wife's I'd say joint favorite. She loves Pegasus. She absolutely adores Herod because it reminds her of her grandpa who used to smoke a pipe. But this is date night. This is date night for me. This is, dressed up, even casual, going out with your wife or your partner, whoever. And this is, where you want to feel like you are, romantic and just, nice and special. And yeah, this is the bottle. But I love Leighton. It's no wonder it gets as much praise as it actually does. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. So yeah, there we go. That is my Parfums de Marly collection. I hope to add more in the future. I wanted to do this video for a while now, and I hope you guys can kind of relate to it. Please, if you haven't checked out any of their fragrances yet, go and have a look on the website. I'll post some links when I have them on this video, so bear with me. But I hope to be speaking more and adding more to my collection in the future. Big once again, thank you to Parfums de Marly and Evans Jacqueline for your wonderful creations and how they make a blind person like me feel and how they help me with anxiety and things like that. That is priceless to me. So thanks very much. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope to see you again in the future on the Blind Poet channel here on YouTube.